Right, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for both coming today to talk about an issue which has arisen in our school community, bullying. It's been brought to my attention that a culture of bullying has developed, and today and over the next few weeks we'll be looking at different types of bullying, and we'll be working together to formulate plans which hopefully can improve the situation for our students, our staff and the wider community. I have a quick presentation to run through with you, so we'll just have a look at this. We will start with a few ideas about what bullying is and why it occurs. Bullying is a form of aggressive behaviour, regardless whether it be physical, verbal, direct or indirect. It occurs when there is an imbalance of power, and it takes place in social groups where the victim is often unable to avoid the situation. Bullying can occur for many different reasons. Over the next few weeks we'll be looking at the main causes of bullying in our community. They focus around the axis of identity involving race, class and the topic for today, gender and sexuality. Our particular focus today will be on sexual identity. Sexual identity can come in many forms, such as the traditional heterosexual relationships, gay and lesbian relationships, bisexuality and transgender. We will mainly focus on the bullying of a homosexual nature, as I believe this is the biggest issue facing our school. Here are a few statistics which highlight the problems facing same-sex attracted young people today. 8 to 11% of young people are same-sex attracted. Same-sex attracted young people are 3 to 5 times more likely to consider suicide, and 3/4 of same-sex attracted young people experience homophobic bullying. As these statistics highlight, it is statistically likely that each of our classes in this school will contain at least one same-sex attracted student, and that these students are at a far greater risk of self-harm and abuse. This diagram represents the social norms and those who do not fit into the norm. The centre circle represents the dominant sectors of our society, the norm. These include masculine males, feminine females, and heterosexual relationships. The words outside of this circle indicate the people and groups who represent binary opposites to the norms within society: gay, lesbian, feminine males and masculine females, and transgender. These groups are often marginalised and discriminated against. Our aim as educators should be to minimise the zone of difference and lessen the negative ideologies associated with the minority groups. As teachers, we need to be able to identify, work with and work around our own senses of identity and self. Today we have decided to focus on our years 8 and 9 students because we believe that it is this stage of their development that they are the most vulnerable. It is at this age they are going through puberty, they are exploring sexual behaviours and identities, and these behaviours are becoming the focus of greater social pressures. By identifying problematic behaviours and patterns, it is hoped that as these children mature, they'll become more aware of differences within our school and the society as a whole. First, we will need to look at how we can take steps to make our school a safer and more accepting environment for all students. The following plan is covered thoroughly on the Bullying No Way website. It is a website set up by the Australian Education Authority to help schools combat bullying. I recommend everyone has a look through this website for ideas we can use around the schoolyard and in our classrooms. We must develop trusting relationships within our school. We should foster an environment that supports all of our students and staff in accepting, understanding and celebrating diversity among our community. In building a safe and supportive school, the process should involve staff, parents and students. Our curriculum should provide opportunities to explore difference and diversity, and we should maintain a high standard of student support networks. We should engage our whole school community in a cycle of improvement, encourage effective bystander behaviours, and provide support not only for the individual being bullied, but also for the students doing the bullying. We should handle potential issues proactively and involve the whole school in solutions. We should develop and implement policies, strategies and procedures. In managing incidents within our school community, we should form an agreed set of policies and procedures. We should use justice to solve problems and restore a sense of well-being. And we should also regularly review incidents and implement improvements to our responses and policies. I feel that we should form a school committee to monitor and report on incidents of bullying and discrimination. This committee should also be responsible for recommending and implementing actions and policies to help counteract bullying, as well as promoting diversity and difference among our school community. I'll briefly outline a classroom activity I'd recommend to both of your year levels. It involves looking at media representations of relationships. Hollywood and mainstream media has traditionally only shown heterosexual characters in heterosexual relationships. This helps build on the belief that this is the correct way to live, and anything outside of these traditional representations are wrong or strange. If gay or lesbian characters and relationships are represented in the mainstream media, they are usually ridiculed, marginalised, or treated as something undesirable. Modern shows, movies, and media are starting to become more accepting of diversity and difference. Shows such as Glee and even The Simpsons are becoming more supportive of alternative lifestyles, cultures, and characters. Even shows such as MasterChef and So You Think You Can Dance are helping break down barriers and stereotypes of what men and women should do and be successful in. In our classrooms, we should be looking at gay and lesbian and alternative portrayals in the media. We can look at how stereotypes are reinforced or challenged by the media and how this can break down barriers and open discussions about gay and lesbian relationships. We should also look at how the media can provide and promote positive role models for not only the gay and lesbian community, but also for the wider community. All right, thanks for that. Has anyone got any questions?
Yes, I have a question. I'm just wondering is this really a problem in our school?
Well, as the statistics showed, about 1 in 10 young people are same-sex attracted. So it's likely that at least 1 or 2 members of each class will be same-sex attracted. Even if not, they're likely to have family members, relatives, friends who are. And it also helps, I believe, in equipping our students to accept difference in the wider community.
I see. Okay, then who are the people that will be, forming this committee, or that you'll be recommending to be forming a committee?
I think the committee should be formed with both members of the staff and the student body.
What about members of the community?
Good point. Yes, maybe we can look at ways we can involve the parents and community groups in forming this committee, because I believe they will play a very important role in shaping what our young people feel and do.
And how are we not going to let this committee become a witch hunt, so to speak, in terms of not letting the bullier also become the victim?
Right, except that is a risk, but I believe the monitoring and reporting should be done in an anonymous way, so we can just report the incidents that are happening and not so much the names of the students that it's happening to or the students who are committing the bullying.
Mm-hmm. And what sort of programs do you think this committee will implement?
I think through the reporting and monitoring of incidents, the committee will be able to develop and implement programs which are specific to the problems that our school's facing, whether that be racial, class, gender issues. And that way we have the flexibility to streamline our resources into areas of particular need within our school community. Any other questions?
No,
We should wrap it up now. It's the end of lunch. Thank you very much for coming.